Good morning again. Let's jump into some maths. So we're going from fractions to back to multiplying and dividing. So a bit of a more simple lesson on the cards today. We're looking at multiplying and dividing by threes. So we're going to be solving multiplication and division problems and trying to recall our threes facts quickly. So we'll skip the learning objects because they're having a little bit of difficulty opening. But if you look at this one here, you could do this on the sheet. So it says starting at 0, skip count along the hundreds board in threes until you reach 30. The first 3 have been done for you. So I want you to colour in each multiple of 3 up to 30 on the hundreds board. And then I want you to look at what you notice about the numbers in this sequence and just write in that box any sort of patterns that you notice. Off you go. So there we go, pretty simple. The numbers are the first 10 multiples of 3. Okay, each multiple is repeatedly adding 3, which is what multiplication is. It's repeated addition. So as we can see, 4 multiplied by 3 is 12. 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. So 12 is a multiple of 3 and also 4. Now let's look at 3. Use and complete the 100 board from question 1 to list the first 10 facts of the three's multiplication facts and their related division facts. So you're just going to continue that pattern. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 3 is 12. And just continue that down. Then you've got the related fact, which you can use the multiplication facts to help you. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. So you're working backwards to get the division facts because they're opposites. Pause the video and fill that out for me. Let's look at number 4. Read the following information. To solve 4 multiplied by 3, think 4 times 2 is 8. Add 4 to get 12. So you can use a double and a build-up strategy to help you out. 5. Briefly explain how you can use the 2's multiplication facts to solve the 3 multiplication facts. Keeping in mind here, 4 times 3, you can do 4 times 2 is 8, and then you add 4, which gives you 12, which is 4 times 3. So I want you to write down here how you can use the 2's to help you solve the 3's. Off you go. So basically, if you're multiplying a number by 3, you can first multiply it by 2, then add that number on the end. So if I want to do 5 times 3, I can go 5 times 2 plus 5, which is a bit easier because double 5 is 10, add 5 is 15. Okay, so that's a strategy that you can use. So solve the following 3's multiplication facts by building up from the 2's multiplication facts. Use counters to help you if you got some. If you've got objects, use them to help you or draw them. Okay, if worst comes to worst, you can always draw a picture. So go ahead and do those, and then I will show you the answers. So if I go A, 5 times 3, which was the one I just did, I'm going to put think 5 times 2, and I'm going to draw 5 dots as a double like that. And then underneath I'm going to put add and I'm going to write that equals 10. Then underneath I'm going to put add 5 to build up. So I'm going to do the same diagram, and I'm going to add 5 more, which gives me 15. So you're going to make sure that you're really explaining your thinking, okay? So if you answered those questions in 6 and you didn't really show your thinking, you need to pause the video, have a look at that, use that to show your thinking, and then answer those, or answer B, sorry, there's only 2 there. So pause the video, check over them, and make sure you're happy with them. So again, we can do that now with bigger numbers. So read through the following information. To solve 106 multiplied by 3 using building up. First of all, I double 106, okay, which I double 100, that's 200. I double 6, that's 12, so 212. And then I add an extra 106, which is the build up, to get to 106 times 3. So 212 plus 106, 212 plus 100 plus 6. So that's where my partitioning comes in handy, gives me 318. So 106 times 3 is 318. Look at the pattern there. 3 times 1 is 3. 6 times 3 is 18. So using that strategy, solve the following. So you're going to do 243 times 2. You're going to work that out, and then you're going to add 243 to that answer. Okay? Pause the video and give that a go. So here is my answer. 3 multiplied by 243. So I think 2 times 243, 2 times 200 equals 400. 2 times 40 equals 80. 2 times 3 equals 6. So 2 times 243 equals 486. Just like that. See what I've done there? Okay. Then I'm going to write all this. Then add 243. So 486 plus 243. 400 plus 200 is 680. I'm going to run out of room soon. 80 plus 40 equals 120. 6 plus 3 equals 9. So then I add 600, 120, and 9, and that gives me 729. Okay? So that is one strategy to solve that. Now here we go. Write the missing number for each of the number facts. Okay? So 3 times what gives me 9. All right? So work through number 9. You can use this to check your answers. Okay? Pause the video and work through number 9. Now here is just a reminder. Multiplication is repeated addition, so it's a part multiplied by a part gives a whole. Division is like subtraction. Whole divided by a part gives another part. Okay, so keep that in mind. Here are some word problems. There are 3 trains. Each train is carrying 126 passengers. How many passengers are there altogether? So you're trying to find a whole. which means you are using multiplication. A says, in this problem, is the whole or part unknown? I already gave that away. The whole is unknown. Will you use multiplication or division? I gave it away. You're going to use multiplication. Choose the correct number sentence to solve your problem. Is it 126 divided by 3 or is 126 multiplied by 3? Tick the correct one. Yes, it should be 126 times 3 or multiplied by 3. Now finally, question 11. Remember to solve the following problems. Remember to scan the problem to see which part is the unknown, which was here. Think about how you will solve the problem. You can estimate your answer and decide on which operation you're going to use. Solve the problem using a suitable method. So here we got a couple of word problems. The local football club is preparing for finals day. They have packed 3 large fridges each with 354 cans of soft drink. How many cans of soft drink are there altogether? And B, a tricycle manufacturer needed 4,620 wheels to make tricycles for the cycle-on stores. How many tricycles did the manufacturer produce for the cycle-on stores? Did they? Okay, so they've got 4,620 wheels. All right. How many tricycles are they going to make from all those wheels? Remembering that a tricycle has 3 wheels. Give those 2 problem-solving questions a go. So, if I look at the first one, there's 3 fridges, there's 354 soft drinks in each fridge, so I'm trying to find a total. I'm guessing that if, 354 rounds up to 400, and 4 times 3 is 12, so 1200, it's going to be somewhere around 1,000. That's my guess. The operation is trying to find a total, so I'm going to use multiplication. So I'm going to multiply the numbers 3 times 354. My answer is 1,062. So give yourself a tick if you got that correct and if you use the correct working out. Next one. This was a hard one. Even Mr. G had to think. 4,620 wheels to make a tricycle. Tri means 3. So I am trying to find one of the parts, aren't I? So I have to take the big number, the total, which is 4,620, and I have to share it by 3. So I have to divide it by 3. So what I could do first is I could halve it, and that gives me the answer divided by 2. All right? Then I can take away that number. Okay? So if I halve it, 4,620 divided by 2, my apologies, I'm thinking of this all wrong. What I need to do is I need to divide that by 3, okay? Now, what you could do is you could shorten that to 462 and then add a 0 on the end, all right? So get 462 and see if you can share that by 3, okay? You will need to do it like this, okay? So you'll need to share 3 into 4, put your remainder there, and continue it on like that. All right, and your answer would have been 1,540. That's a bit of a tricky one to do at home by yourself. So don't worry too much if you didn't get that one right. But as long as you understood the process, if you understood that that number is to be divided by 3, then you're on the right track. Okay? And that's the end of your math lesson. So again, you're basically just practicing your 3 facts. So if you wanted to extend yourself, you could give yourself more problems using multiply by 3. Okay? Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later in HAS. Goodbye.